He's out of the hot box in both the second and the fourth. Jason Frazier, mistake to Ramirez, and that is gone. Well, we think, right? Take another look. They got a line out there or something, Bert? You know Fenway.
What's he doing?
It's over the red line.
Yeah, all right.
It's a home run.
The guy's saying it's over the line.
Home run. Judge says 4 bases. John Gibbons didn't like what they had to say. He's going to get ejected. Get out! Ramirez, 4th home run of the season. 2 multi-homer games. Sox win it.
Not perfect. He's giving up some hits. Man on first with Travis Hafner on a 2-1 count.
Now it's 3-1.
John Gibbons didn't like it. Jim Reynolds runs him.
Right, 7 shutout, 4 hits, 5 Ks. Hideki Matsui helped right by driving in 3 runs, 2 and a 4-run 7th. Tony Womack scores, and so does Bernie Williams. Toronto manager John Gibbons get thumbed after arguing that Bernie was out. If you want him to fight for you, you have to fight for them. Gibbons.
Final at bat, Joe Nathan. Is that low? I don't know. Wegner punches him out again. Thomas walks back to the dugout. He's always been known for a good eye, and here it's the mouth that's the problem, and he will get the gate. Then John Gibbons comes out, and the personal rancor reflected in that remark I don't intend to dignify with comment, but afterwards comments of a much more positive note. Though his team lost, he was a winner.
John Gibbons, oh boy. Bottom 6, Blue Jays, down 4-2, and Frank Thomas did not think he swung there. At least asked for help, unhappy with the call. Later, Sean Green pitching, Aaron Hill. He thought he checked it. Tim Timmons says, don't argue, don't talk to me, John Gibbons. God! John Gibbons, one of the best face-to-face arguers in all of baseball. He and Ned Yost are my 1-2 right now in all of baseball.
Hockey started to go, but he checked. Boy, he did everything he could to keep from swinging at that pitch.
Looks like he went into a little shuffle with his feet to try to stay ahead of his bat.
Well, John Gibbons has just been ejected by Tim Welke. He thought Eva Mora had gone around, and he put up such an argument there that Welke ejected him, and Gibbons came out of the dugout. He jumped over the railing of the dugout.
Bottom 9, still 3-zip. B.J. Ryan in to close it out. Coco Crisp is going to pop out to right. Should be the final out of the game. That's the ball game. Right, wrong. Balk is called on Ryan. Blue Jays manager John Gibbons comes out to argue. They're saying Ryan does not stop in his delivery. Balk is the call. Gibbons will be thrown out.
A chopper over Kerry Wood, and the play will go to first. Out! Ernie Witt with a little stare down of Adrian Johnson. John Gibbons will come out. Very, very close.
Now, John Gibbons is not going to last long here. He came out of that dugout with one thing in mind. He's going to get on the closest umpire and get ejected from the ball game. I guarantee you this is going to go on till he gets asked to leave.
Is anybody listening?
No.
There's a lot of talking going on.
Well, nice move by Adrian Johnson. There you go. He tried to give him a chance. He tried to walk away. Gibbons wouldn't allow it.
Strike 3 call. Breaking ball on the outside corner. Laurie turns around and talks about it to Mike DeMuro. He had his say, and he will go back to the dugout. Remember, the Blue Jays are a man short, so they can ill afford to lose anybody by an ejection. There's an ejection. John Gibbons is out of this game. Mike DeMuro throws him out.
Take another look at it. Watch the ball. It's on the dirt right there. And you see how he picked it off the dirt?
Yeah.
And that's how they called a bobble. And then Jeff Kellogg, the crew chief, initiated a discussion between the umpires, and that led to Gibbons being ejected.
2 outs, the 1-2. Breaking ball. And the home plate umpire, Dan Molino, did not like the reaction of Brett Laurie as Laurie dropped his helmet and his bat at home plate, and he just got thrown out of the game. And Laurie, the pitches were up. And I think John Gibbons, he also just got a run.
Breaking ball. Did it hit him?
Well, he didn't hit it with his bat, but you can see the umpire immediately holding up his hands to indicate foul. Gibbons is probably asking Alan Porter, why didn't you get some help on that? But it was a breaking ball. Now he's throwing Gibbons out of the ball game. He's saying now you can't ask for help in a situation like that, and Porter appeared to suggest no.
Rajay's saying that he caught that ball, and I have to agree with him. I don't think that ball short hopped. I thought he got his glove underneath it. And maybe the argument is there, but he was taking the ball out of his glove. He thought the ball was caught.
And now Gibbons has been ejected from the game. It appeared on replay that Rajay caught the ball. The play is under review. Here's Jim Johnson, the pitcher, who went right to second. Bautista looks like he's going to be safe. And the call on the field stands up. Now Gibbons is out to argue. And he's saying, well, we looked at it on the scoreboard, and now Ted Barrett is saying, wait a minute, you can't argue this. And he is throwing him out.
At this point, but Quinn Walcott, the second base umpire, calling him safe, and here it is, clear as day. Gets him on the back of the knee, and Tollison's not yet at second base. So good job by Gene Segura to bring Jerry Narin out.
This is going to be an out, and it is. So Tollison is out at second base. Boy, what a swing right there.
What a play by Martin Maldonado.
And a great tag by Segura.
Now does John Gibbons get thrown out now?
And Gibson's telling the home plate umpire, says you can't come out here, John. You can't argue.
You gotta go. There he is. I guess he didn't want to stay in the game.
What? He didn't say anything.
What did he do to get thrown out?
There was absolutely no reaction at all. Watch Bautista, and look, he's looking at him, and there's no reaction. He turns his back, and you can't justify that. And Hernandez throws him out.
Wow. He must be having a bad day to throw him out for that. There goes Gibby. He's leaving the ballpark the game.
Bautista gets hit by the pitch, and he has to go to first, and maybe here we go again. Now Matt Wieters steps up in front of Bautista, and C.B. Buckner warns both teams immediately. Obviously, there's a history between these two teams, and of course Mike Wright wasn't even involved with the team when these two teams had their problems early in the season. And now Gibbons gets tossed. C.B. Buckner threw him out.
And from where I am sitting, John Gibbons is an innocent bystander right here. His guy gets hit, thrown out again. He wants to have an explanation. Wow. Wow.
And now John Gibbons, he is going to come out of the dugout.
I think he's owed an explanation right here. All right, tell me what you saw. Tell me what they said, because he never tagged him.
Gibbons can be arguing about the path to the plate. But then Jerry Davis can say, well, he had the ball and he moved to block the plate. But he's supposed to have a lane to slide to. Gibbons might get tossed right here. There he goes. Drought. Donaldson hollering at Jim Wolf, the home plate umpire, saying you're going to let him take shots at me all afternoon? Up around my head twice, and you're not going to do anything about it. Gibbons is going to come out to intervene. Bautista was there first to keep Donaldson into the game.
You know what? And I think if you're Jim Wolf, you got to take this. You got to take it. Gibby's protecting his players. You got to just.
This is Donaldson's second strike of his last at bat. He's called for the swing by Gibson. Donaldson didn't agree with it, and then he would subsequently strike out. They had a long little discussion about it, very camouflaged, and Donaldson turns to Gibson and says, "Are you sure?" And then Donaldson was called for the next swing on a check swing. And John Gibbons came out just like he was going to have a conversation in the park, just kind of strolled out to the dirt. And then Greg Gibson says, "What are you talking about? You're talking about balls and strikes? See ya."
That was quick.